So yesterday, got a chance to check out the Philadelphia Eagles, quarterback by Jalen Hurts. And it's probably the second time I've watched the Eagles this year. Really sat down and watched them. And I'm really impressed with their offensive line play. And the two games that I watched them play, basically, their whole attack starts with this read play, and it goes right up the middle or off tackle kind of, and they'll leave your defensive end or whoever they're reading, they'll leave them open. And if your defensive end closes down and tackles that guy, Jalen Hurts will keep the ball. If he stays out and tries to cover Jalen Hurts will give the ball. If that play works, and what I figured out is if you can't stop the Eagles from running right at the heart of your defense, if you can't stop them from running right up the middle, it's probably you're going to have to get back on the plane and go home because the game's over. Because if you can't stop them from running straight at you, like bullying you basically, 5-6 yards right up the gut whenever they want it, because everything else they do is based off of that play. And once that play gets going, you really have to commit so many people to stopping that everything else opens up. These passing plays off of it opens up. These bootlegs open up. Now your player that they're reading starts getting antsy. He's tackling the ball carrier. Now Jalen's getting big plays on you. It's really hard to stop. It's a difficult offense to stop, especially too because their offensive line is so dominant and they just basically bully the inside of your defense. Which if you play any game, the heart, the straight up the middle, if you can dominate the middle of something, in any game you play, I mean, you have a good chance of winning. And that's what I'm seeing from the Eagles. You got to be able to stop that. They're very impressive with running that straight up zone read play or zone up the middle play where they just, even look at the quarterback sneaks. I mean, they just get lower. Their line is you're playing with confidence, and they just drive your guys off the line. I mean, if you look at, like I said, when they run those quarterback sneaks, they line right up in that wedge type formation where they're all in tight, people behind Jalen pushing them, and they're getting almost 2 yards on these quarterback sneak plays when people know it's coming. Really impressed with the Eagles so far. Impressed with Jalen Hurts, how he's playing, how he's reading those plays, how he's passing the ball, throwing it away when he needs to. The Eagles look tough right now. I mean, undefeated. They look like they almost, they pretty much dominated their game last night. They had some points where they almost let Dallas back into the game, but when they needed it, their offensive line took control again, and they ended up winning the game. So just some thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and message.